Hello and welcome to Bharat Mobility Global Expo, the component show. Today we are joined by Mr. Milind, who is heading the procurement and supply chain for Mercedes-Benz India. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you. Nice meeting
Sir,
you.
first of all, I would like to understand your viewpoint on the theme co-creating future automotive supply chain in India. How do you see the India becoming the global manufacturing hub?
Uh, I would say this is the right time for Indian ecosystem to really put its foot forward and try to get whatever best they have been doing. Yeah, the frugality with which they have been working well, the Indian mindset, the Indian jugaad with a international quality.
Right.
This is where I think would be the best thing forward. This is how, in my understanding, suppliers have to move forward. They have now the experience. They also have now the steps which they have taken. They learnt a lot in the Corona time where they had to fight for the survival, and I think now is the time where they have to go towards next step. And with the change which is getting evolved in the market, India being looked at with a stability, with a policy clarity. I think the complete ecosystem which is required for the growth of business is now really at the point where it can only fly. And I think this is the right time to take these steps and co-creation exactly where they are
Yes.
the coffers or the bags are full for Indian suppliers, Indian industry. So they can easily invest into the international areas, get the technology from there. We have also got a big pool of engineers, big pool of OEMs like us. We are here established for more than 25 years. So all this co-creation would really take Indian industry to the next level.
Right.
And I think that's the right time, and I really agree with the name which has been given to this mobility show, that going in the future with co-creation.
Right. What is your opinion and your view in terms of how suppliers should prepare themselves for the future trends? Like electrification is an ongoing trend, digitization is another one. Autonomous ADAS is also catching up in the Indian automotive market. Uh, what should suppliers, because Indian suppliers are kind of who has been in the market for long, and technologies like this are very new. How should they prepare, and should collaboration between global suppliers be there? How do you see that?
Very well asked question. I would say ADAS or the technologies, they will come, and that's the future, no doubt. But I think, in my opinion, any supplier, not just Indian suppliers, if you take care of the basics means the supply at right point of time, at right cost, and also with a very regular expected quality standards. If those basics are addressed, I think all these technological advancements automatically your mindset will grow and you will get this. A collaboration with international players can be a very big step into getting the technology faster.
Right.
You can grow organically also by having your own engineers doing that, but probably for that the time itself is not enough which is available now. So in that sense, if you take care of the basics, then automation and all, you can take over certain companies, you can send, you can always attract the talents from other side, and you can bridge that gap for the technological advancement. But my take on this is, take care of your basics, everything else will fall in place.
Right. But while collaboration is one part of the game where companies come together, provide a solution to OEMs, what are the key challenges in the industry currently? Where is the gap between the Indian supply chain and the global supply chain, and how we can bridge that?
I would give you two main differences or main big challenges which Indian industry has. The biggest and foremost is the timeline or the lead times which are required from India to anywhere else. All this supply chain disruption last year has taken a big toll on Indian industry for import as well as for export. So you have to think about almost additional 3 weeks each side, importing the material as well as exporting your finished goods. You have to factor in 3 more weeks. That increases your stock level as well as inventory, and that is where we will have to really find a better solution to really localize certain things, or come up with a with kind of alternative solutions for the material. For example, a different kind of a steel grade which
Right.
can be used, which is locally available.
Right.
That will take care of your import lead time, even the foreign exchange fluctuations which we have. So, in my opinion, we as an Indian industry now has to look more into the real domestic value creation.
Got it.
That's where these two things would take us to a level where we
Right.
can play a fair field with international
Right.
suppliers.
Traditionally, automotive in India and globally were operating on ICE, basically engines, be it petrol or be it diesel. Now, people are talking about electrification, hydrogen, and there are newer technologies. Fuel flex fuels is one of
Yeah.
those. How do you see that in terms of, because how to build the future supply chain of India and be the part of the global supply chain value?
I would say technological advancement is definitely necessary. Earlier, we were just discussing some time back how developing an engine, a
Right.
diesel engine or a gasoline engine, with so many of IPs and patents
Right.
and all, it was very difficult.
Right.
So I am representing a company which is a master in
Right.
powertrain. Our engines
Right.
have been known
Right.
as the best. Creating that kind of a technology took us almost decades
Right.
to master that.
Right.
Now, for others who are coming in now, it is easier. The electrification, you can kind of get one motor from one, battery from some other, cells from someone else, and you can plug and play, which has become easier. But that will only give you a first stage advantage. You still have to get more deeper into this. We have to invest really on a basic development of mindset of our people and a real infrastructure. And I think whatever policies have been rolled in for last few years, I think Indian government is also looking in the same direction, where the infrastructure is available here itself,
Right.
which will take care of many technological advancement,
Right.
and we will be at par
Right.
with European or with American suppliers.
Right.
I'm still not taking Chinese suppliers name or Chinese partners name, because
Right.
the speed with which Chinese suppliers are going, I think we will also have to come up with India speed.
Right.
Yeah, China's speed is enormous,
Right.
but India's speed has to match.
Right.
It has to be more than your international or European speed.
Right.
Only then, I think, we will not, miss the bus.
Right. You come from a foreign company who's like recently concluded their 2 lakh sales in the market, and that to very high end value cars, and it's been more than 25 years,
30
in
years.
30 years of existence. What were the challenges then, and how do you see now? If you can just brief that, and then we can.
Yes, there had been many challenges since we were the first company to come in India. So people talked about first mover advantage. We have had a different set of challenges,
Right.
because people or the Indian industry was not ready for those kind of products to begin with. We had to convince people that it's not just a car; it's a Mercedes-Benz, and it will take care of your safety.
Right.
I think after investing quite a few years in convincing people, now I think most of the people understand what safety is, why it
Right.
is required. Earlier, people never bothered about how many airbags you have in the car, how is it, and stuff like that. But now I think that mindset change has happened.
Right.
Even the Indian people are so enlightened and so aware of the features which are there. So another biggest challenge for us is, if the car is introduced in Europe in Jan, our people, our would-be customers already know what features are there. And to have a car which is CKD in India, it takes another 4 5 months. By that time, customers are already saying me, yeah, you're too late.
Right.
So that's one challenge we have to fight it out. But since now we are with Bharat Mobility and Component Expo, I would tell you the biggest challenge to begin with was the availability of suppliers who could match our quality standards.
Right. And this creates a platform for
This created a platform. This kind of get-togethers really, and that's why we also try to attend as much as possible. We come to know what kind of technology, what kind of international presence now the suppliers have got. And let me tell you one really candidly. 20 years ago, the supplier's mindset, the supplier infrastructure, or the audit reports which we used to do, and today we have come leaps and bounds. So I really have to be, I'm really happy to say that supplier ecosystem in India has developed to a large extent comparable to European counterparts. Some things we still have to, take care that the consistency remains for the products, the quality remains in the longer run, and somehow we still have to work for the interest cost, the cost of capital in India. That's where I think we all probably have to work towards achieving that, and I think we will be class apart.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.